Good morning. Today is Tuesday, November 25th, and we are getting right into some economic data right now. As I speak, core got retail sales that is at 0.2%. That is down. And let's just see what happens with the PPI. And I'm not sure if PPI is actually coming out, but we will see shortly, and we'll see how the markets are going to react to that. Yeah, PPI is right on the money there. I didn't expect that to move too much. I mean, the government's really behind on gathering data right now, so I did not think that that was really going to move things. Core PPI month over month was down 1%, so not really seeing much there. That's pretty much it for the economic news today. I mean, we do have pending home sales at 9 o'clock. That could do a little something. You've got Richmond manufacturing. So when you see an orange folder here, that tells you that it could potentially move the market. Yellow folders pretty much tells you not much is going to happen. And then the red folders tells you that any kind of data that comes out could impact the market for you. Nothing else I see for today. Tomorrow, unemployment claims that will move the market for sure. Core durable good orders month over month. Let me see what else. Core PCE price index. I'm not sure if that's going to come out. That's the number that I think may be canceled. But we'll see there. That is Wednesday, Thursday. Obviously, nothing. Thanksgiving, and then Friday, a light day. It's a half a trading day there. So let's get right into the broader markets here. See how they're responding. Start with the ES. Not really much happening here. So it's got to take a little while for the numbers to sit in. We're looking at a 15-minute chart here. Well, we can get right into it anyway. So let's just start here on the ES. 15-minute chart. I'm going to expand this a little bit. I'm going to go a little wider here on the 4-hour chart here. So we regained some levels yesterday. We got over Friday's high of 66.7750. That was a level that I spoke about in pre-market. Then we are above currently Wednesday's high of 67.09. That'll be important to hold these levels right there, during the market when the market opens up. You could see yesterday we're still below this regressional lower level trend line that I drew here. So in order for us to really get back up to the races, we're going to have to get through this level of 67.72, and then really to give us some good confirmation, get over this 68.1225, which is a previous all-time high setback in beginning of October. On the downside for today, if we lose this first level of 67.09, I see us coming down to 66.7750. Then, of course, if we lose that level, 66.5550 is the next support level, and that we would pretty much give back everything that we gained yesterday. I think the market pretty much gained like close to 2%, maybe a little more than 2% yesterday. The NASDAQ. You've got a little more room on the upside for the NASDAQ, I see here. If we have, we are still below Wednesday's high of 24,988. In order for us to continue to push there, we're going to have to push through that level, and then we have room to push up here. You can see right here, this is a speed zone that I was talking about yesterday, that we can push up into this 25,201 and a quarter, and then I anticipate that to get a little heavy up in that area right there. So we have to first regain that level up there, that's 24,988, which was Wednesday's high. If we lose this 24,822 level, the next support level I have down there is 24,733 and a quarter. If we lose that 24,733 and a quarter, we'll retest Friday's highs, 24,596 and a quarter. I think that we could be chopping around a little bit. What for all of you that are pattern traders, it's kind of like a cup and handle. that's being formed right now, and I'm going to show you. It looks a little better on Tesla, but if you look out here, here's the cup forming. I'd like the cup to be a little higher. You almost want it to be almost right identical, and then you see a little handle that would be forming. But we'll get to Tesla. Tesla will show you a little better on what that looks like here. So let's pop into Tesla charts here. So what I'm talking about with Tesla here, you can see this is the cup right here. But it's the same thing. I would have liked this move yesterday to be a little higher, and then you can see the handle forming right here. And then if we break this level here of 421.88, then we push higher. So let's go over the levels that I have here for Tesla. We right on the open yesterday, we broke through Friday's highs. Right on the open here. I thought that before we were going to go higher yesterday, that we would pull back, fill this little gap that we had in the morning, and then we would push higher. That's what my bias was, but we didn't even get that opportunity. It just grinded higher all day yesterday, which there's nothing wrong with that. So Tesla, like I said, coming into yesterday, I said that based on the sell-off that we had on Thursday, I thought Tesla kind of held its own in comparison to the rest of the equities. That got kind of slammed a little bit. So today, as far as the levels that I'm looking at today, must hold this 414.50, which is November of 2021 high. If we hold that level, I'd like to see us continue to push there. If we lose that level, first come back down to this Wednesday's high of 411.78. If we lose that, the next one I have here at 408.90. And then, of course, if we lose that, then we're going to lose everything that we gained yesterday, because then this speed zone will be, then it's the speed zone that I was speaking about yesterday, when you were down, this right here, when it was all sellers and no buyers, created a speed zone. So we started recouping that speed zone yesterday. So what happens is it's the same thing on the upside. So if there's no sellers on the upside, then all of these longs will start to get spooked out right here and say, "Oh, I'm wrong," and then they're going to start getting out of their long positions and going short. So one thing that we can look at here on Tesla is Tesla likes a little retracement of a 76.4. So it's pretty interesting here. So we came up to the 76.4 level. So it's a kind of a retracement. So it sold off, came back up to this level right now. You can see it's rejecting this level right now. So Tesla likes that to pull back. So it's possible Tesla could give back everything it gave yesterday. So you had to be prepared for both sides there. So I like, for the longs for Tesla, I like Tesla if we can break through this 421.88, and then we can push into this 50-day SMA, and then maybe even get up into this, push into this 20-day SMA today. Could that happen today? Who knows with Tesla? It's been having, some pretty big ranges. But on the downside, if we lose this, you can see we're rejecting this 76.40, which is the percentage on the Fibonacci that I drew here. So 418.18. I'm going to leave that Fibonacci up here while I'm trading today. So if we don't regain this level right here and we stay below it, I'm not going to think longs. So then if we lose this 411.53 level, which was right around Wednesday's high, we're going to come back here and test Tuesday's high of 408.90. And then, of course, if we lose that level right there, I think it's possible that we give back everything that we made yesterday and come down here and test the lows from September 15th down at 402.43. Then, of course, if we lose that, I think we definitely fill this gap up that we had yesterday morning down at 395. That's for whether that happens today, you never know. I think the markets are definitely getting a little soft right now. So, if Tesla gets on that trend right there, you never know what's going to happen there. So let's look at the 5-minute opening range trade yesterday, which was another very solid trade. And like I said in the morning, I was looking for this pullback and then looking to take it long. I never got that opportunity. You had a 401.09 to 409.76 opening range, so a little more than $8 range. And then it didn't quite, it tried to play with you a little bit. And that's when I thought okay, it was faking you out on the upside, and then we were going to come back down and then, break on the low side and then fill this gap there. Never happened. It just grinded pretty much slow. So then if you did take the breakout trade later on, happened at about 10 to 9, so 20 minutes after the market opened. And you could have, without any sweating, you could have gotten about $7 out of this move here. So the range that you broke on the high side was 409.76, and there was really no pullbacks. And it went up to 416.16, so you could have got about $7 out of that. And right now, the deltas on the options, so the deltas are probably close to 35-40 cents. So you could have probably made about $2.45 on your premiums there. And that turns into a lot of money if you can make that kind of premium, that money on your premium there. So today we're going to stay disciplined here, and we're going to look for that break on the opening range here. So if we do break on the downside, I'm going to be looking for those levels to take the trade to those levels. So if we break, hypothetically, let's say we break right here at 411, and I would look to take this trade down here to 408.90, and that would be the high of Tuesday, and that would be a good exit. If we lose this one, I would then probably look to take it all the way down to 402.53. You do have a 50% Fibonacci down at 406.15, but I like, when you do a break and retest of certain levels and you come back down here and test these levels again, that could be another good level. But understand something: the further out you try to take your trade to, the longer you're going to have to stay into it. These trades don't fill within 5 minutes unless you're going for a short take profit. So the longer that you're going to stay into a trade, you have to plan that way. So you have to, if you're going to plan on staying in a trade for 25-30 minutes and going for a long take profit, you better adjust your lot size accordingly. You have to have a wider stop if you're going for a longer take profit. Otherwise, you're going to get stopped out of your trade. If you think you're going to have a $1 stop and go for a $5 or a $6 take profit, that means that you have to be very precise on your entries. And it's almost impossible to enter your trades without having any drawdown whatsoever. Does it happen? Sure. As you get to be more of experience of a trader, your entries will become better. And that's one thing that I really don't have a problem with. My trade entries are precise because I know exactly I'm entering a trade. I'm entering a trade on this one trade here. I'm entering a trade on a break of this 5-minute opening range, whether it breaks higher or whether it breaks lower. Another trade, and then other trades that I have my trade set up based on if it pulls back to a certain moving average. And then another one, if it breaks and if I see the market responding at a certain level. So I have, several different trades that I utilize, but you have to stay to your plan. And if the trades don't work out, which they don't work out all the time, anybody that tells you that they have 100% trading success rate, they're lying to you. So don't believe it. So it's all about your risk management and making sure you preserve your capital. So anyways, please like this video. More importantly, subscribe to the channel and subscribe, and then click on the member or the more button down below so you can join the Discord. I will be in the Discord doing live trading from 8:15 to 10 a.m. Central Time. We do have to be careful with this kind of week with Thanksgiving because you're probably going to get some volume early in the morning, and then then the volume will typically taper off, and then it's just going to be chopping around for most of the day. But anyways, thanks for hopping on board today, and if I don't see you in the trading room and the Discord station, I will see you tomorrow.